Today we're taking a look at a collaboration between Rowing Blazers and Seiko. These are wildly popular watches. The first two series of these limited editions sold out immediately. This is the third time that they've done it, and these are selling very quickly as well. A very cool collaboration between a clothing brand, lifestyle brand, and of course Seiko. So let's flip the camera and take a look at two different colors of the newest Rowing Blazers limited editions. So here they are. I am very excited to finally have a Seiko Rowing Blazers collaboration to show you guys here on my channel. I have the SRPJ65 in purple. That's the watch in my right hand. And then I have the SRPJ69, the yellow dial, which I think looks amazing. It's a really nice contrast on this dial with that black chapter ring. Although the purple looks really good, I really love how that yellow dial pops. Now, these were lent into the channel by exquisitetimepieces.com. They actually have these watches in stock. They are an authorized dealer of Seiko and many other brands. They have these currently discounted at $445. They have a full set available as well, so all of the colors, but these two versions right here are discounted on their website right now. These are limited editions of 888, so there's only 888 of these. All other versions of these watches, so this is the third series that they have done with Rowing Blazers, have sold out, and they sell out pretty quickly. So if you do want one of these, definitely check out their website and jump on them, because I don't know how long they'll be there. These have been very popular. So getting right into it, this is a collaboration not only between Rowing Blazers, which is a clothing brand, sort of a streetwear brand, sort of like a Ralph Lauren as well. I'm a big fan of Ralph Lauren. I'm also a big fan of streetwear, so I really do like streetwear. I'm from New York. However, I never really actually heard of the brand Rowing Blazers until this Seiko collaboration. Kind of weird, and I actually do like some of their clothing. Some of it's a little bit weird, but some of it I really do like. It's very preppy, but kind of got an edge to it as well. Now, this is not only a collaboration between Seiko and Rowing Blazers. Eric Wind of Wind Vintage actually put this collaboration together. He's friends with the owner of Rowing Blazers. That's how he got this going. And now they are in the third iteration. This is the 5KX platform, or really the Dress KX is what it's called. Obviously that's not the official name, but this is around a 39mm watch. It gets a 4R36 inside. You could see the movement from the back. They actually put a little bit of a special case back on here. And what they've done is they put these squared out, sort of vintage inspired applied indices. You have, I guess you would call it a syringe hour hand. Maybe I'm wrong. And then you have an arrow for a minute's hand. And the second hand has almost like a barber's pole for a second hand, I guess you would call it. I don't know. It's red and then white, and then red and white's a pattern on there. And then you have a little pip on the opposite end, so a counterbalance, and that is loomed. The dial, other than that, is very much a Seiko dial. It says Rowing Blazers at the bottom. That's the only way that you would know this is a collaboration between the two brands. Obviously, of course, the bright colors. You also get a very large chapter ring. So the chapter ring is pretty obvious. More obvious on the yellow version, as I was mentioning before. And it has silver markings on it, and the markings are very large as well. So sort of a design cue of this watch. You don't get a screwed-in crown. I think you get 100 meters of water resistance. You have an oyster style bracelet on here, very similar to what you get from the standard 5KX. Essentially, it is a standard 5KX. You have push pins, and then you have a folding clasp here. It is a dive style clasp, and it is fully pressed. The case back is Hardlex as well. Of course, on the front you have a domed Hardlex, and you have the Rowing Blazers little skeleton that's sitting there. That is in a gold leaf or a gold tone, which looks really good. I'll do close-ups of it so you could see what I'm talking about. Again, I would say that the yellow is my favorite. I really do like the yellow. However, I find the purple pretty appealing. Purple has become a very popular color for dials as of recently, and with good reason. I think it's a really underutilized color. I think it looks great. Very quickly, I'm going to do measurements. We've already talked about price, $445 for these, which I think is a really good price. So it's around 39.7, so under 40 millimeters. I said 39, but I think it's, yeah, around 39 millimeters, somewhere around there, just over 39 millimeters. These are not incredibly thick, but they aren't thin. So 13 millimeters, considering you get 100 meters of water resistance and you have a display case back, I think that's okay. And then the crown, which is also signed, it has an R and a B on it for Rowing Blazers, is 6.2 millimeters, so a pretty sizable crown. And you do get female end links on here, so you can see it does fold down perfectly. You have drilled lugs. It looks like a SKX from the side. Obviously just without a rotating bezel, with a smooth bezel. And you can see 44.2 millimeters, so it's a really good lug to lug. 43.6 if you're measuring at the bracelet, so this will wear really nicely on a strap as well. It comes with the bracelet, and it also comes with a Rowing Blazers style NATO strap, which I actually don't have to show you guys, but I'll throw a picture up of one of them so you can see what I'm talking about. Really nice watch, really nicely sized, and you know, if you're interested in the Rowing Blazers look, this is a great watch. Today on my wrist, I have my Vacheron. This is the Vacheron Overseas. I've been wearing this over the past few days. I haven't worn it in a little while, which I get nervous about because I need to wear this watch. Otherwise, I should be selling it if I'm not wearing it. So that's why I'm wearing it. I don't want to sell it. I love this watch, and that's why I have it on wrist today. There is the yellow on my 7.5 inch wrist. This is the SRPJ69. It's around 39, between 39 and 40 millimeters. It wears like a 39 millimeter watch in my opinion. Very, very comfortable watches. And they're very good looking. The Dress KX is a very good looking watch overall, and I really love this yellow dial. Purple dial, definitely not a slouch. Very, very good looking as well. That chapter ring isn't as pronounced, so if you don't like that sort of two-tone look or that pop that you get from the yellow dial and then sort of that black chapter ring that really stands out, this is a little bit more subdued, and that's kind of weird because it is a purple dial, but it's a little bit less loud than that yellow dial. Well, LumiBrite never disappoints. Take a look at that. It's really, really bright. And of course, they actually did a little bit something with the lume. You know, you have a lume secondhand, which is great, so that counterbalances lume, but you also have a little bit of lume on the chapter ring. You can see that little triangle on the chapter ring, that is lume, so that gives you pretty good orientation in the dark. Of course, you have a day-date complication at the 3 o'clock that has a black background. That is obviously not lumed. But all in all, really nicely lumed. LumiBrite never disappoints. Well, there you go. I think these are really good looking watches. I especially like the yellow dial. There's a white dial and a black dial, I think, available as well. Like I said, Exquisite Timepieces have these watches available on their website, so definitely check them out. They currently have these two at a discount, and they have the complete set available if you want that. They have them available, all 4 watches. Definitely check out their website. Down in the description below, I will put a link, or check out their brick and mortar store down in Naples, Florida. Tell them Watch Chris sent you. Anyway, guys, thank you for logging on. I'll catch you guys in the next video.